Hello and welcome to this video for today, whether you're here for the first time or you're returning. Hope you will enjoy. Hi there guys, how's it going? Bit of a different format here for today because you can actually, see me. I don't normally put myself on the screen too much, but every now and again I do, just to sort of, say hi sort of thing. But anyway, as you know if you've been watching some of the videos that I've been doing, today we're having a bit of a look at our Modern Horizons 2 reprints. And, this set is jam-packed with a lot of really great reprints. So we better get right on into having a look at some of these really great cards. I got them up on the screen now, as you can probably see, or at least hopefully see, as long as I've edited this correctly and I'm in the future. But anyway, guys, first off, we're having a look at some of the most, we're looking at this in the highest price range of what the cards are worth. And, prices are starting to, change and spike and differ and whatnot here and there for the most part. So it is harder to go, well, is this the price that this is going to settle at? Right now, it is the price that these cards have settled at. So this is where we're just going to look at the prices for now, because, again, the prices will change, but just right now, I just want to have a quick look at the cards that are of note, of worth, that you're going to open in your pack. So first off, the top card on the list here of reprints, as we're looking over here at Scryfall, is a Scalding Tarn. So, Scalding Tarn, one of the fetches. It's not too surprising that it's probably the top card. I think I looked a little while ago and Cabal Coffers was a lot higher up than what Tarn is. But I think there's been a bit more demand found for Scalding Tarn in Modern now that people are starting to think that there might be some more Izzet style decks appear in the format and whatnot. So Scalding Tarn, we're going to have a quick look at the price here. And even as I said, prices are in flux and are changing. So you can see it has several different versions. And this is one of the things that Modern Horizons 2, I think they've finally figured this out. Wizards has finally done it. I don't know how they figured this out, but they've finally cottoned on to this whole concept where you can actually have these cards that are premium, whatever, borderless, alternate art, foil, blah, 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 this treatment, that treatment, and that those specific cards carry the main portion of what the value of that card is, but yet the card itself, as far as the, the base version, the basic card, is still somewhat relatively more affordable in the format, so that people can actually get into the format and actually be like, well, I can actually pick up Scalding Tarns, for a few bucks, like the cheapest version here that we're looking at, the regular version, from the base set, not foil, not alt art, not borderless, not old art, any of that stuff, is right on $43.75, and this is USD over here that I'm looking at over here, but it's 28 euros as well. So, that's there. And here in Australia, we've got to convert that or do whatever we're going to do to get the price that it would be here. But, just look at all these other versions, like the borderless version over here is at $70 basically. The Expedition is just over $70, so that's there as well. So don't take too much notice of me looking this way, because my computer's over here while I'm looking at it. So I'm just looking at the computer, if you're wondering what I'm doing looking over here. Anyway, You know, Ultimate Edition, you know, I don't really count that too much, but that one's still, you know, as far as a reprint. And I'm sure a lot of people don't count as a reprint, but it's still sitting in there at 60. So those are more premium sort of versions. For the most part, like the borderless one and these ones are all more premium versions. The one from Modern Masters 2017 is still like $60. So, you know, like, you know, it's still way cheaper than what, you know, with $10 down, almost. No, what are we at? Plus 4, so yeah, we've lost $6 in the reprint. So that's pretty darn good, you know, like just for that one reprint. And that's, you know, like prices are going to settle a little bit more. And again, they haven't got the price for the old school arts yet here on Scryfall, and I think they mainly take their price from TCG Player. So the prices aren't there yet, I believe, either. I don't think Goldfish has them either. So yeah, you know, they have the regular version, I think. They're sort of a little bit slow on getting the other versions, but we can see like Misty and Verdant and Marsh and then Arid, you know, sitting up, you know, within the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the top 8 cards. You know, 5 of them are fetchlands, you know, and 5 of them are rares. Again, like, you know, when you look at this set and you think, well, what's the value in this set? How many of the cards are going to be rares? Like, you know, all of the fetchlands are going to be worth something, at least something. Even the worst one, Arid Mesa, which I think is still a fairly decent, you know, price, even though it has gone down, you know, it's still sitting at $23 for the regular version. You know, that's not too bad of a price if you open it in a pack, and it is not too bad of a price to, you know, want to purchase one. You know, and the Modern Masters version of it, when it was last properly reprinted, is sitting at $38. So we've lost, you know, $15 there on that one. So, you know, the price drop is quite significant on these cards. Cabal Coffers is another one of the cards. So all the lands are really at the top, but this is a mythic, of course. So this is going to hold a lot more value than the fetch lands in that sense, because again, it's a mythic. It's going to be harder to get. So last printing was Plane Chase, where it was sitting at $87 there, and that's for its uncommon state. You know, Torment before that, you know, $70 odd. F&M promo, I believe this is $101. You know, now it's sitting at $36. You know, that's as cheap as it's ever been. You know, this is the alt art one here, which is sitting at $95, which is close to the F&M promo, a little bit above the Torment one and the Plane Chase one. People like their alternate arts and whatnot. I do too. But I'm sure, like, again, this isn't taking into account like foil and all that sort of stuff. But again, it's still holding a fair price. So if you open one, you're not bummed to open this card. You're happy to have opened this card. Imperial Recruiter. I'm not going to go through every single one of these cards and like look at the price, but we're going to look through some of the price. Mirari's Wake, you know, Titania, Patriarch's Bidding. I don't know about this card being the price that it was at. It's a really good card, but again, it's great that it's, you know, been reprinted, because it was one of those cards. It was just like silly that it was so high and you know whatnot. I think Shardless Agent, to be honest, is higher now than what it was before, because I think kind of people have gone, oh, this is in Modern now. You know, we'll see what we can do with that. You know, it was sitting, where was it sitting? You know, like it was sitting at, you know, Plane Chase, Plane Chase Anthology, promos, Mystery Booster. Mystery Booster doesn't count. So Plane Chase Anthology is $7. So, you know, it is down as the regular version, $3.20 or thereabouts. You know, so it does command a price, and even the alt art one here, $8.70. So, you know, that is there, and it holds a price. But I think its price is going to go up from demand for it being in modern now. Sterling Grove, this was a ridiculous card. Again, another card that I felt like, well, they really should just reprint this. Why has this card not been reprinted? It's so silly for this card to not have been reprinted and be as much as what it was. Karmic Guide, another card that I think, you know, holds a lot of value, and it is quite a good card. I don't think Vindicate that good, but I think maybe it's because it's seen reprint or legality into modern, so again, it's probably getting a bit of a boost from that. Now, we're not going to go through all these cards again, as I say, but Goblin Bombardment, you know, good card as well. A couple of the enchantments cards, Riptide Laboratory, you know, pretty good card. I think this Familiar is dang ridiculous. So dang ridiculous. Oh my god. Zuran Orb, same thing. So dang ridiculous. And it has not been reprinted in absolutely ages. Absolutely ridiculous that it took them this long to, again, reprint that. There's so many cards that are just like, you know, if you went through this list and you looked at some of them and you could just go, when was this last reprinted? Okay, in 1998 or something ridiculous. You know, over 10 years ago or more or something like that. It's just ridiculous how some of these cards have not reprinted in a long time. And I'm just going to skim through looking at some of these other cards that are on the reprint list. I'm not going to go through them and discuss them too much, but, you know, Nev's Disc and things are there. So when you're opening these packs and whatnot, you know, you're not, you know, nothing's a guarantee, but, you know, there's so many cards that are in this set that are worth something, and even some of the more janky cards are even still good and worth something and can find places in certain decks. So I really find that the value is definitely in this set, guys. You know, like, there's more cards that are in the main set, and this is not including all of those cards, the new cards and whatnot that are being put into modern and whatnot. So there's so many great cards for our format, and again, like, I don't tend to know the modern format anymore. I don't really worry about it, and I don't really care that much per se. I know some people do, but I know that the fanfare and the following that it had has really died off a lot, especially during COVID times, and that is quite sad in that way. But again, there is online games, and I think that a lot of online games have switched from being to arena, so everything's more focused on standard, and I understand a lot of people don't really like that because they don't like the rotation, and, you know, they don't like their cards they don't want to have to change their deck every single season and have to buy new cards from every single set just to make a new deck every year or whatnot to play, you know, the game. You know, like, they want to build a deck and play a deck and have that deck for the rest of their, you know, gaming life, essentially. That's what we do. We're gamers. You know, we want to play a deck and go, oh, okay, now I've built this deck. Now I can play it whenever I want. You know, I'll pull it out, you know, shuffle it up, get some games in. That's what we want these cards for. And again, that is the main thing about these reprints. And again, I will say that they've finally gotten this whole idea again of putting these premium cards in, and that's probably happened in the last year or two since Eldraine-ish time, I guess, that they've finally put in these cards that, you know, these cards hold the price, and people, if they're a collector or want that specific version, have the money to get it, they can. But the basic card that you just need for your deck. If you want to play, get into a format, just start playing the game, shouldn't be an arm and a leg or whatever, a loan from a bank to get. So, guys, I think this has done a great job of that. If you want to get into the modern format, by all means, do it. I won't, but again, a lot of these cards, again, are really great for our format commander. So, guys, again, hope you've enjoyed this video, and, I hope that you will join me for another one when I come back to you next time. Please remember that the success of channels like this is based on viewers like you, so please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing if you would like to support this content. You can also get social with us on our Discord and on our Facebook. If you would like to further support the channel, you can go onto our Patreon. All links are in the description. Thank you for your support. It really means a lot. I hope you have enjoyed this video here today. And if you have, I hope you will come back for another one. See you then.